All right, welcome to another episode of Who Runs the City. A little unusual, a little different circumstance here, a little different setting. If you see, hey, we're back. If you have ever ridden through Sunset Hills and seen the lighted balls, the Christmas balls, whatever we want to call them, we're here. We're going to learn about the lighted balls here in Sunset Hills in Greensboro, the internationally famous. My new friend John Kelly. John and I are going to run as it's starting to get dark. We're going to run a little bit later. We're going to learn about John a little bit later. We're also going to meet Johnathan Smith, who is the creator of this whole lighted balls phenomenon. But John Kelly really is kind of the curator, I guess, now of the public side, where the park balls are, kind of the organizing of some of these other events. So John, how long have you lived in Sunset Hills?
12 years.
12 years? 12 years?
Yeah,
and
check with the boss.
And you are you kind of take charge, and you kind of help coordinate at least the park management of the public side.
It sort of fell into me when I bought this house. So
it came with the deed, huh?
My bar hopping buddy Scott Harkey, when I moved in here, he was like, we've been trying to get balls in that park for years and years and years. So I strung a wire over the street and just put a ball in that big tree over there.
Don't tell anybody.
Yeah, and I got in trouble with the city.
Yeah, good.
City was like,
Good.
Who was
You're
the
welcome.
city manager?
Yeah, you're probably city manager.
So
you put the hammer down.
that's right. So we all enjoy it. You ride through here, and it's magical as we're starting to see the lights. The sun's going down, the lights are up. How many balls would you say, not counting the public, the residences, just in the public side, the park side?
Yeah, in the park side, there's two parks. There's the North Park and the South
Gotcha.
Park. I handle the North Park, and then there's a group of guys. Joe leads the way on the South Park this year. They did a great job. They put up probably about 70 balls in the South Park, maybe 100, 70 to 100. And then on the North Park, probably between 375 and 400.
So total about 400.
Yeah,
Total about 400. We were
Easily
spitballing a little bit too. How many feet of cords would you estimate go into just on the other side of the street? How many feet of cords go to the office?
Well, we like our balls high.
All right.
So we average probably about 60 to 70 feet of copper to get to the ball to light it per ball. And, if you do the math on that, it's probably around 24,000 feet of copper just to get the balls in the North Park lit, not counting the South. And then you've also got the runs to get to the trees and all that, so that's additional copper.
Wow. Okay.
John, how long does it take you to put all the balls up? How many can you put up in an hour?
A good day is probably 45.
In one day?
You start off with a cup of coffee.
Tom,
Gotta
how many
ease into
how many
it.
days does it take?
It depends. I try to do it when you can wear shorts and t-shirts.
So when do you start?
I get out there earlier because I don't want to do it in
September.
Probably beginning of November.
Beginning of November. Okay, so you start putting them back up in November.
Yeah.
And you always know that he's out there working because you'll hear him blasting his Grateful Dead on a speaker. And all right, it's becoming, and some Goose, and some other stuff.
Runaway Grooms.
And some other bands.
What are you using to get them up?
So a lot of people use different stuff, but I use an arborist sling. It's like
sling.
a 5.5, 6 foot pole with a heavy duty slingshot on it.
Awesome.
You hit a weighted bag, shoot it over to the tree limb, tie the ball to that, and then you pull it back, obviously with power connected to it.
Awesome.
But it goes pretty quick. Brent and I next door, he helps with the park a little bit, and we got it down to, I think, around, he said on a good note, probably 6-7 minutes a ball. If you cook.
What's the tallest ball you have?
That's a heavily debated.
Heavily
topic.
debated. Okay.
Heavily debated topic. If you talk to Phil and Jamie, they would say they own the tallest ball in the park.
What do they estimate it to be?
Well, they're on a hill.
They're on a hill.
Okay.
So
right.
I want to get one of those golf range finders, and shoot the balls and actually put some science behind it.
Okay.
What's the biggest ball you got?
Well, the biggest ball.
All right. We'll get a good shot
We'll get
of
to
that.
that.
other.
What else am I missing? What else that goes into? How many people help on the days when you're setting it all up?
You know, it's hit and miss because
yeah.
I think when COVID hit, I had a lot more people that were working from home that could
Yeah,
help.
we're willing to help out.
I've got a couple neighbors that when the balls come, they will show up and test, and we'll have some beers and plug them in, make sure they all work. And then once it's hang time, you know, I'm retired, so I'm doing it during the day, during the week, and that's tough for a lot of folks. I'm just in a different position.
And you can donate food, right?
That shed over there with the Bridget Hart.
And it's encouraged all
And
throughout.
it's encouraged.
All right, so people can bring food, donate food, goes to
Second Harvest
Food Bank.
It's collected every night.
Awesome.
Neighbors, you know, Molly organizes the pickup, and all the neighbors help pick it up. A lot of people use it as like a little coaching for their kids, you know.
Awesome.
Pick up the stuff, take it to the urban ministry, and their kids get to see a little bit of a different side of Greensboro
good.
maybe they don't see.
So good. What else, John?
You know, from my standpoint, I'm in awe of John Kelly because it's like you love being around someone that's passionate about something.
Yeah, this is great.
And he's fun to be around doing it. And so I mean, as a neighbor, we're like, everyone's grateful.
All right,
So,
well, it's getting darker.
Appreciate that, man.
John and I are going to run a little bit. We're going to learn a little bit about John, some of his favorite holiday stuff, some of his favorite food, maybe some goose in there, music. But we're going to go run as the lights go down. We're not going to do the official running of the balls, but we're going to do our own unofficial running under the lights here in Sunset Hills. So stay tuned.